You're looking at the most exclusive American superbike ever to roll down the streets in the United States of America. This is a Buell 1190 RS, one of 100 made, but one of one that came in this color. It was specifically painted this color and bought on the tour when Eric was racing the EBR, American Superbike Racing Series, into all the international motorcycle shows. It was actually owned by Rob Myers, the owner of the Buell clothing company. He's in his 70s now, hasn't ridden the bike in years, and just decided to put it up for sale. It's one of 3 1190 RSs that I own here at the New England Motorcycle Museum. I can't keep them all. My son said I need to sell at least 2 of them. He's the accounting department, so Kenny Jr. And I agreed we would keep one of them. All 3 of them are going up for sale. This is going to be the most expensive one because it was the most expensive one out of the box. It was just over $50,000. I have the factory receipt from Fast by Faraci. I'll go over with you in a minute. It is a spectacular piece of American moto history. This is a very rare homologation production factory superbike racer. It may look like the production model, but there's pages of modifications and upgrades it has on it. It's a museum quality example, a no compromise race weapon, and few motorcycles were ever built with this very narrow of a focus. They all have become legends. Bikes like the Vincent Black Shadow, which is 150 grand today, the Brough Superior, which was 325,000 at Mecum last year, and the Crocker, which just sold for 825,000. Their value today is staggering. This 1190 RS is just such a motorcycle, a racing superbike with lights. This is your chance to own a motorcycle sure to become a legend. This bike is in pristine, brand new, flawless condition. It's a stunning, rare, limited production, one of one in this color. 100% stock mint, original showroom condition, exactly as the day it left the Fast by Faraci dealership in 2012. If you're looking for the finest Buell 1190 RS in the USA to add to your collection, this is it. 212 miles of the 3, this is the lowest mileage. They only made 100 of them in 2012, less than 50 remain in the USA. 50% of them were sold overseas. It was offered in 2 colors, red and black, plus the factory custom paints. This is one of one. They also had a silver and a couple of other custom paint combinations, but there was only one made in this beautiful paint job. And if you look closely, it's a world-class paint job. They did it in like a ghost fashion where you could see the carbon fiber body underneath the red, white, and blue paint job. Most of the Buell 1190 RSs on the registry were track raced. There's pictures on the registry. They're ridden hard. Many of them were crashed by pro road racers. A lot of them have the AMSOIL stickers on them and the whatever their sponsors were, and they look like race bikes because they're ridden hard and put away wet, some of them. This one here, this is the most desirable and badass looking production Buell superbike ever made. This may be the finest mint original of all the 1190 RSs left in the USA. It's an absolute museum quality, pristine example. The other 2 are museum quality examples. They just have more miles on them. One's got 280 miles, and the other one has 1,100 miles. This one was only ridden by the original 65-year-old owner on Texas Street since it was new. It's never been on the track. Again, he was the owner of the EBR Buell Motor Clothing Company, an executive. He wasn't a pro rider, he was a novice rider. This was in his private collection of 14 world-class Buell since new. It's now on display on the 2nd floor here in the New England Motorcycle Museum. I have full provenance, I'll go over with you in a second, all the records since day one. I have the clean title in hand, I have the owner's manual and all the dealer receipts, paperwork, and work orders totaling just over $50,000. You will never find a cleaner example, ever. This is the pinnacle of EBR Eric Buell technology development, the culmination of 30 years developing his trilogy of tech, centralization of mass, stiff frame, and low unsprung weight. The cost on this bike, new, if you punch it into an inflation calculator, I'll go over that with you in a second, is close to $70,000. That's with the Buell Factory Racing $2,000 titanium exhaust in the race tuner. The engine is the heart of the beast. It's 185 horsepower, BRP Rotax Helicon, 72-degree liquid-cooled 1190cc electronic fuel-injected V-twin. 13.6-to-1 compression, 8 valves, 4 valves per cylinder, with dual overhead gear-driven camshafts. Triple counterbalanced 6-speed transmission with wet multi-plate slipper clutch. Over 102 foot-pound of torque. This engine was designed as a stressed frame member and mount for the pegs and shop also. which is part of Buell's multi-function design where the component would do more than one thing. It's an engine, it's also a stress member of the frame. BRP Rotax also makes airplanes and jets, and with that kind of technology at their disposal, you can rest assured this is an aircraft quality engine ready to race at the highest level, and has been raced at the highest level in multiple World MotoGP, the World Superbike, and the American Superbike Series, and some other series too. The suspension is outstanding. Fully adjustable Öhlins 43mm inverted GP forks with high performance dampening cartridge. Specially tuned Öhlins GP fully adjustable shock with the remote reservoir, the remote adjuster. Twin headlights, massive aluminum twin spar frame with fuel in frame, and a massive rigid aluminum swing arm. This bike weighs only 375 pounds with this full titanium exhaust on it. It has the most outrageous power to weight ratio of any motorcycle I've ever ridden, and I've ridden over 7,000 motorcycles, most all of them on our YouTube channel. This bike is super tricked with lightweight magnesium wheels with the Pirelli Diablo Rosso Super Corsa tires. It is lighter than a new KLX 650 Enduro, has very low unsprung weight, lighter than the competition with more torque, better handling, and better brakes. It's liquid cooled with oil, air, and fan cooling also. Has a remote ram air equipped oil cooler and dual ram air cooled radiators with exhaust fans. The brakes are 8-piston Nissan ZTL2 zero torsional load perimeter brake caliper system with a 375mm full floating perimeter rotor, carbon fiber ram air brake rotor cooling ducts. This is an iconic example in brand new condition. It's just been fully serviced, tuned, tested, and rotisserie detailed. It has a brand new battery in it, a new battery tender lead, new engine oil, new oil filter, fuel tank was flushed, fresh VP94 fuel, non-ethanol, new brake fluid, new coolant, and it also includes a Buell indoor cloth motorcycle cover and a Kaplan Cycles vanity plate. This bike was stored in Mr. Meyer's air-cooled, air-conditioned, and heated facility under a Buell cloth indoor since it was brand new. It has zero patina or aging. It is absolutely spectacular, mint, brand new condition. We are the #1 licensed new Buell dealership in the USA. We're also the #1 licensed pre-owned Buell dealership in the USA. We're #1 for Gas and Stark also. We own the New England Motorcycle Museum. We're on the 2nd floor here where our Buell display is. We can finance this bike for you. We can ship it to your door anywhere worldwide with a white glove roll-on, roll-off service, and we take trade-ins. So why was this bike so outrageously expensive when it looks very similar to the 2024 production models I have over here? I've got the 40th anniversary red, white, and blue model. I've got the 1-of-1 orange, and I've got the black and red carbon fiber one. There's a 3-page list of items that differentiate this from the production bike. It's pretty extensive to justify the $30,000 cost difference. Starting with the magnesium wheels, those are thousands of dollars. It has a slimmer design swing arm. It has a carbon fiber. These are all the things the production version doesn't have. It has a carbon fiber front fender, has full carbon bodywork, including the belly pan. Airbox is carbon fiber on this bike. The sprocket cover and the rear master cylinder mount are also carbon fiber. Has carbon fiber front fairing support and a headlight mount. Has a different headlight and a front fairing altogether. It has a carbon fiber dual ram air front brake duct, and the fairing is also mounted with quarter turn quick release fittings. The forks are Öhlins 43mm road racing forks, gold DLC coated with 30mm cartridges and billet lowers, fully adjustable. The shock is an Öhlins TTX 36 road racing shock with hydraulic preload adjuster. The cooling ducts are carbon fiber and unique to this bike. The cooling ducts are unique and they add side-to-side optimum airflow. The magnesium rear subframe is also unique to this 1-of-100, less than 100 of these are made. Billet triple clamps are unique. The Vortex clip-on handlebars. It has the Acosado fully adjustable racing controls, brake and clutch and master cylinder with titanium hardware. It has a quick release quarter gas cap and the data acquisition digital display where the speedometer normally goes is a $2,000 upgrade off the production unit. The rear wheel adjusters have rails for quick tire changes and has GP style spools to raise the rear end. It has a slimmer lithium battery, of course it's brand new, to fit in the smaller rear subframe. This entire bike is built from titanium, magnesium, and billet aluminum. It really is an engineering masterpiece and a work of art. As far as the engine, what's the difference between this and the new production ones? This one came equipped to race at the highest level with Carrillo rods right out of the box. It has 2 base gaskets to accommodate pump gas with lower compression. To raise the compression for racing, simply remove the gaskets and run race fuel. It has CP forged billet pistons. Even the pistons were carved out of billet. And the head is heavily ported from the factory. We took the tank, the airbox cover off all three of these bikes and looked into the engine porting, and it's really like a work of art. The porting work is absolutely spectacular, and it breathes much better than the production head does. It has a large oil cooler and large factory radiators with larger cooling ducts. The fill spout and the reservoir were moved to the rear end of the motorcycle. It has a true, zoom in on that exhaust system and show them, it has a true 4-into-2-into-1 titanium exhaust and race tuner. Back in 2012, that was a $2,000 upgrade, which was done at Fast by Faraci before it left the dealer. It has 2 engine ECUs and more. There's so much exclusivity about this bike, it's absolutely ridiculous. The production version, you can buy a brand new 2024, this one right here, the carbon one for $19,900. We have these in stock, brand new 2024. That list of differences I just read you were all the upgrades. And could you turn this into that bike for 30 grand? I don't think so. The suspension alone would set you back. In the triple clamps, you're looking at 7 grand right there. 2 grand for the data acquisition, AIM, and then list off the assembly line, took the lights off of it, stopped tires and everything, went out on the track and finished in the top 10 against the best riders in the country on a production motorcycle. That says a lot about the machine, that's for damn sure. This shows you the built-in swing arm stand brackets, the magnesium rear subframe, the billet aluminum triple clamps with the steering dampener. This is the stock exhaust it came with. We do have the stock muffler if you want to do that. Here's an exposed view of the Helicon V-twin, 72-degree V-twin, direct downdraft ram air. Even the components holding it on are made out of carbon fiber. These are the forged Carrillo rods, the CP forged billet pistons, the dual overhead cams. It shows the ported and optimized heads with beryllium copper titanium valves. I mean, come on, titanium valves. Look at this. This is the whole airbox is made out of carbon fiber. It has dual 62mm throttle bodies. This is a production superbike engine capable of competing with the best in the world. These are the road racing forks with 30mm cartridges and billet lowers. Just a beautiful piece. Here's what the gauge looks like lit up. Then electronic fuel injection with quad injectors, LED rear brake light. Here's a close-up of the front wheel. Just beautiful stuff, man. And these are the 2 production colors, the Mayhem Red and the carbon fiber. The in-house painting department at Buell would do custom paints. They were $1,200 to $2,000 extra for the custom paint, and I'd say it was worth every penny. Just a beautiful, beautiful machine. Full Providence, absolutely pristine condition, brand new museum quality piece with 200 original miles on it, exactly the way it left Fast by Faraci, other than the engine oils, all the fluids, and the brand new battery that we just installed it. Eric is the best American motorcycle engineer ever to design and build and race a motorcycle, for sure. He's in the American Motorcycle Association Hall of Fame. He was Motorcyclist of the Year. The guy's a legend, and this bike is part of his story. And like the Brough Superior and the Crocker and the Excelsior Henderson, this is only going to go up in value. Super rare, exclusive piece. If you have any questions about it, give us a call. My son Kenny Jr. will take care of you at 860-454-7024. We have the red, white, and blue one, and I've got let me show you the other 2 of 3 that I have. And they're all. This one has 20 more miles on it. This is serial number 34. This is the brushed aluminum one. You can see it was painted, but it looks like brushed aluminum and carbon fiber. And that's the only production paint one. I have the carbon edition. We also have the 1125 CR. This is the bike that Buell won the AMA Super Sport Championship with Danny Eslick twisting the throttle against the Big Four and Ducati on a production motorcycle. It was a class designed for production bikes where they couldn't be all hopped up. We've got a nice selection of Buells in here. If you want to buy a new one, This is our last 2024 SX. This is the Super Fighter, AKA Street Fighter. Same exact engine as in the Superbike, 185 horse, but it's set up for street riding, not track riding. It has the adventure bars on it, the lower pegs. This is what Eric himself rode when he was riding the 1190. So if you're looking for a new one, we'll hook you right up. If you want to buy one of these 1190 RSs, like I said, 2 of them are going up for sale. And this was the most expensive of the 3. It has the lowest mileage, and it's one of one. It really doesn't get any better than this. Check out the chart over here. We're going to be selling these soon. I just got a message from Eric Buell, actually, that some of the information, he said it was fun watching some of my videos, and he was intrigued by the poster. So I told him I'm going to send him a copy so he can proofread it and make sure it's all 100%. This was proofread by the current owner of the Buell Motorcycle Company, Bill Melvin, and his team, Alec, and all the guys there. They didn't propose any exception to any of the information. It's all right off the Buell website. All the production stats that they have posted on there. So there was only one Buell ever made that we couldn't fit on here. This is 40 years of Buell, 1980. They started in 83. Of course, we're past the 2023 was the 40th anniversary, which happened to be the red, white, and blue. That's the 40th anniversary edition color, the red, white, and blue. So these will be for sale soon. We're just going to wait for Eric to sign it, and hopefully he'll let us reproduce the poster with his signature on it. I got to ask for his okay to do that. They're going to be expensive. I heard Christy told me what they're going to cost to print. They're kind of pricey, but it'll be worth it. Be limited. We're not going to make a lot of them. I don't print a couple hundred of them to start, but shows the whole history from 83 up to 93 when Harley Davidson bought 49%. And then 2003, they bought 100% of the company, right up to today. The 2025 Super Cruiser being produced in Grand Rapids, Michigan, with the same, it's coming out in July or August, the same exact engine as a Superbike. The Super Touring is coming out the first quarter. These are both and slated to be in production this year, and we're selling these bikes. And if you want to put a deposit on it, give us a call. Back to this one here. Hard not to get excited. My heart starts racing when I start this thing. This thing is a very visceral machine. It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. It's in brand new condition, and it is a world-class Superbike. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, give us a call. And as always, God bless the United States of America.